The science-denying romance novelist race-baiting Stacey Abrams is doubling down on her unhinged abortion stance. Abrams said, quote, "The arbitrary standards of timelines ignore the medical reality. That is a fallacy. We know exactly when pregnancy starts, that we know exactly where we are in the system. I mean the term." Whoa. The crazy part about that is that a lot of Democrats actually feel this way. They think this way, that they have no reasonable answer when it comes to limits on abortion. Just listen to Arizona Democrat candidate for governor, Katie Hobbs.
What would the Hobbs administration's week limit be for abortion access? If it's not 15 weeks, what is it?
Look, abortion is a very personal decision that belongs between a woman and her doctor. The government and politicians don't belong in that decision.
Well, Katie Hobbs' opponent, GOP Arizona gubernatorial candidate Kari Lake, has been battling against the radical Democrats' stance on abortion and as well as other issues. Liberals label Lake as a radical for wanting to save the unborn, but obviously she's far from it. Kari Lake joins us now. Kari, welcome back to Prime News.
Hi, Lydia. Thank you for having me on.
So what is your message to those who label you as a radical and extremist, especially when it comes to abortion? I mean, call me radical, call me crazy, but being allowed to kill your baby when you're 9 months pregnant seems pretty radical to me. What do you have to say to your critics?
You know, I've seen how the left tries to turn language on us, tries to get clever with language, the pro-life, pro-choice. What's at stake here and what it's all about is abortion. We get tied into the pro-life, pro-choice conversation, but what we're talking about is abortion, the taking of the life of the unborn. And it's not radical to try to want to save as many babies as possible. What is radical, and what the radicals on the left believe, is that you could be in labor, ready to give birth, and they're okay with an abortion happening at that moment. It's gotten out of control. When Americans were first sold this whole line by the pro-abortionists, it was supposed to be rare but safe, and now it's become anything but. It's common. It's killing more than half of the babies born in New York are aborted when it comes to black mothers. More than half of the babies in New York, black babies, are aborted. Think about that. We have to start saving babies, and this is outrageous what's happening. And they're trying to make us look radical because we want to help women. We want to provide health care for women, true health care. And they talk about pro-choice. Let me tell you, when you walk into a Planned Parenthood center, there is no choice given at all. One choice they give you, and that's abortion. They don't tell you, wow, we could help you save your baby's life. We can help you carry this baby and deliver this baby and become a mother. We can help you find an adoptive family to love your child. They give them no choices.
You're exactly right. More black babies are killed than are born in New York City. Planned Parenthood was started by a eugenist. Katie Hobbs was asked if there was any circumstance in which she would debate you prior to the election. Here's what she had to say.
One more time before we let you go, because I think it is on the mind of Arizona voters. Are you saying this morning that there is no circumstance that you can envision or would even try to negotiate in which you and Kari Lake would appear at a debate together before the election?
At this point in the race, with 30 days to go, our schedule in terms of forums is pretty much set, and I'm really happy with where we are in the plans we have to continue talking directly to the voters of Arizona.
Kari, why doesn't she just tell the truth that she's afraid of you? Because you're beautiful, you're smart, you're articulate. I mean, how could anyone vote for a candidate who refuses to do a single debate? It's not like she's some sort of legacy candidate.
She's afraid of me because of her record. Her record is dismal. I mean, she voted against a border wall, against a virtual border wall. She voted against funding anything to secure our border. She voted for tax cuts. She voted for doubling the gas tax. And she's a twice convicted racist. And the people of Arizona are paying nearly $3 million in a settlement because of her racism and sexism. She paid women of color in her office $30,000 less than she paid men who were doing the exact same job. And when the woman called her out on it, she fired her. And let me read you this quote. She said, "I fired her because she repeatedly was disobedient." I mean, really? This is outrageous. Is that how she treats people of color? she's afraid of me, and she's afraid of debating me because I'm going to call her out for her past and what she's done.
And speaking of her past, Kari, because we're running out of time, we only have 30 seconds. New photos have been unearthed showing yearbook photos from Katie Hobbs High School, where she organized the school spirit week and included something called Slave Day, where students bid for each other to commit degrading acts. This seems pretty racist to me. What do you think about this?
Well, she admitted that she was racist when the settlement happened and Arizonans are paying $3 million. And now we're finding out that that racism has a long sordid past. It goes all the way back to when she was a teenager. It's disgusting. And when she was asked at a forum the other day to name one positive thing she's learned from the Latino community, she could not come up with a single thing. She ummed and ummed and ummed and ummed through the whole answer. It was embarrassing. 1/3 of the people in Arizona are Hispanic, and if she can't come up with one nice thing to say, that's despicable.